Welcome to Heartbreak and Hope, episode 4. This is the weekly practice that Reverend Sabrina and I participate in, where we ask each other what is breaking our heart this week, and then where are we finding hope this week. So we begin with a chalice lighting and hope that this will be a centering space for you to consider these two questions as well. Our opening words come from James Cruz. Darkest before dawn. 3 days into the new year, and despite the lack of adequate light, our white Phalaenopsis orchid has eased open a third delicate bloom. Perhaps coaxed by the warmth of the wood stove a few feet away, the orchid thrives in its tiny pot shaped like the shell of a nautilus. Sending out new stems and glossy leaves, its aerial roots, green at the tips, reach upward like tentacles to sip the morning air. These blooms stir something too long asleep in me, proving with stillness and slow growth that I haven't been able to trust these past few months, that hope and grace still reign in certain sectors of the living world, that there are laws which can never be overturned by hateful words or the wishes of power-hungry men. Be patient, this orchid seems to say, and reveal your deepest self, even in the middle of winter, even in the darkness before the coming dawn. So I'll light our chalice for all of the flowers that are emerging around the city this week as spring comes creeping up. How are you this week?
I'm good because it's been sunny, right?
Amen.
That does a lot.
It does so much.
That does a lot. There's like the soft animal of my body, the Mary Oliver comes, likes the sunlight. So,
Same. So what's breaking your heart this week?
I want to say a generic thing, that how change is hard. Change is hard, even change for the better. And I've been reflecting on that in these difficult times. How do we change meaningfully without being scared of it? I've been participating in some conversations where people said, that there were some comments about, I don't want this to happen to me in relationship to change or to deciding to do a different way. So that gives me pause, and I'm scared of change too. It's not like I'm brave. I'm not brave. But that's what, it's not so much heartbreak, but it's sort of like, it puzzles me. Where do we, it's heartbreak if we don't address it, right? What about you?
I've been sitting for the past several days with something that was said about someone who felt that they had received a message that they weren't worthy because they weren't in a position to be protesting in the streets, and so that they weren't doing their part. And that just, it hurts me.
Yeah.
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 It hurts that somebody would think that, and it hurts that somebody thought that that was a message that was being communicated.
Yeah.
I remember this past summer, as folks started to participate in rallies around the country, and my fiance had just had back surgery, and couldn't stand for long periods, definitely couldn't move quickly, and wanted very much to show up, but could not. And so found other ways to do it, mainly by, offering to come and pick me up and, being my emotional support human. And we need that.
Yeah.
We need people who can participate in all the ways, right? Diversity makes us stronger, and that includes diversity of showing up.
And the reason movements continue is that people in the movement are allowed to do different roles and to rest and to not always be in the front line or never be in the front lines because there's other needs.
Right.
These are communal needs.
Yes.
I think in terms of individuals, not of community. And for instance, one of the things I heard in 2020 by community organizers is we need people that can do daycare for free.
Right.
Right?
Or provide meals.
Or provide meals or do other things. I want to emphasize there's always things you can do even from far away.
Right. I had a friend who works for the state government where they live, and because of that, there are certain things that they're not allowed to participate in. Particularly types of protest. But my goodness, like, my friend will come and pick you up after you've been at the protest and you need a ride home.
Yep.
And so there are so many ways to participate that don't involve being a frontline responder.
Exactly. And that's the pitfall, even with thinking about being afraid of change. There will be no one to support, to hold the space, to do these things together. So I feel sad too about this, that maybe we need to communicate this more.
There's room for everybody.
Right. Everybody is worthy.
Everybody is worthy.
Even if they don't step foot outside their house.
That reminds me so much of Karen Segrist, who is a member of the congregation who died at the end of last summer. Karen had cancer, and because it compromised her immune system, she didn't leave the house, or at least very rarely left the house. But oh my goodness, she was so involved in the life of the congregation. She still attended every meeting on Zoom. She came to church on Zoom on Sundays. She called so many people in this congregation. She sent cards and letters. She advocated for people, helped get them resources that they needed, all from her house.
Yep. She was a member of Care and Concern.
From her house.
From her house.
It takes all of us. It takes all of us. Somebody's got to provide the child care, right?
Right. Well, and I mean, I forget who it is. All of us need all of us to survive.
Amen.
Right? And I would like to give attribution, but it's a thing we say.
It's a thing we say.
And a thing we do.
And a thing we do. So what's giving you hope this week?
This conversation has been good so far.
Awesome.
Well, there is always something that can be seen in a positive light. You know, there's always a light if you're ready to see it. Now I'm
Amanda
saying,
Gorman.
yeah, Amanda Gorman. But no, it's true. One of the things I said on Sunday is like memory is, you know, what you're interested in becomes what you remember, becomes what you're interested in, right? And so repetition of a thing that you're interested in or repetition of hope as a practice, hope as like, I don't wake up in the morning like a Disney character with the birds, like, yeah.
No Snow White moments.
No, unfortunately. But I can pay attention to myself and try to identify this is discouraging and I don't want to, you know, and I can transform it into something that can be better. And it's not that I don't want to look at things, it's just that I want to transform. It's like, it's a complicated way to say that there's a silver lining to things if we look, right?
That makes me think about our UU value of transformation and how the choice to create change, the choice to explore other options, the choice to find a different perspective is about transforming.
Yes. Ourselves first.
The thing that is giving me hope right now is spring.
Yeah.
I just love being able to be outside. And when the weather is nice, I just feel so expansive. I walk outside and I take a deep breath and I just feel my shoulders let down and my body relax. And I think I don't realize that when it's cold, I kind of tense up and pull in, and so spring is just kind of a letting down and a release. And I know we're not going to stay exactly where the weather is right now, but we're trending. We're trending into spring, and the flowers are coming up, and I'm thinking about my garden, and it makes me happy.
The colors of early spring the greens are the best.
Yes. All right. Well, you pulled a card for us.
Yeah, I pulled a card that seemed appropriate. There are infinite ways to liberation. Expand and rest now.
Thank you, friends. We'll see you again in a week.